Pacific Northwest, the battle to claim the Apple Cup, always hotly contested. And even when these teams have struggled and winless seasons have been part of the equation, that just intensified the resolve to bring home the apples. Welcome to the Palouse, home in Washington Martin Stadium, home to the Washington State Cougars. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Washington Huskies, taking on a team from the Pac-12, the Washington State Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Washington likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. On the move from inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. The Cougars offense will go on the attack first. Guys, every now and then you can take the emotion of rivalries for granted, but last year when the Huskies and Cougars got together, that was as dramatic as anything you could think of, a cathartic win for the Cougs, who sent UW off with an L.
This is a tremendous rivalry, the Apple Cup, and it looks a little bit different now that they're no longer conference opponents, but that doesn't mean they don't like each other any less, David. These two teams go at it. The fan bases dislike each other enormously, and we're expecting a great one today.
Well, and you always love it with the bragging rights, right? In the state of Washington, whoever wins this football game, you get to talk. Last year, Rodgers puts up a bunch of numbers, but it wasn't enough. Washington State got the dub. Big game, big matchup.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Washington State sends out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Hand goes into the air for the fair catch, and the catch is made around the 40. So the Washington Huskies offense will take the field for the first time. Bunch formation for these receivers. The running back has it. Nice move to keep running. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down. That purple wave getting things going on the ground now.
And such a great fan base in the Pacific Northwest. Washington fans believe in their team. They're loud, and I tell you what, when they got a ground game they can depend on, a physical ground game, it sets the table for everything they want to do offensively.
Finds the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Williams will pass. Here comes the heat. Turning it on. Bulldozes his way through. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Man, it's so hard to keep a rabbit in the cage, that quarterback, right? He's going to scramble around. He's going to make plays, and when he gets outside the pocket, you're just trying to get a hand on him. How about getting a hand on him, forcing the fumble, and recovering? A great job by the defense continuing to chase that QB.
Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Got a man, it's Johnson. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Use the play fake, now to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. A continual subplot since these two first squared off in 1900 is Washington State trying to prove it deserves the same respect and status as UW.
And I think oftentimes the great rivalries out west are forgotten in college football. This game between Washington and Washington State is absolutely fantastic, and I'm so happy that with conference realignment, they were able to keep this game on the schedule because it is always fun to watch.
It is fun, and it's for the Apple Cup. And here's the cool thing. These teams, they're not in the same conference anymore. They used to be for years. But this rivalry still lives because it still matters to the Washington and Washington State fans.
Wazoo headed to the line with another first down. They'll give it to Johnson. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
The Cougars now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to fire on second down. With the catch, it's Meriden. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
And the Cougars are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Working that left side. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Look, I know this offense didn't have the opening drive of the game they would have liked, but the defense now came away with a massive takeaway. Now you're seeing how that affects the offense. They're playing with a little bit of a pep in the step. Nice throw there, getting the first down. This offense all of a sudden looks a whole lot different than what they did the last time out.
He's got an open man. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And that's why quarterbacks take their offensive lines out for all-you-can-eat wings. Clean pocket, able to step up, scan the entire field, and pick the open receiver.
On first and goal, let's see if Washington State can get it in. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sidelines. Big boys in the goal line D. They'll run it to the left, looking for the end zone. He works his way ever closer, all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Yeah, and you see in the red zone, all the bodies start to come inside. And a lot of times you try to find a way to get to the perimeter. This offense does a good job. They toss the football. Nice job by the defense. Now forcing a third down.
And after getting it right on the edge, they'll try to sneak, gets it done. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. It's finished off with the quarterback sneak. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Washington. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The give on the inside. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
And the Huskies can really attack on this 2nd and short. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-load, chop blocked on every single play.
Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. Williams looking for a man. Got it in the middle. It's Moore. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
Well, the offense is humming now, and you're seeing they can generate explosive plays in a variety of ways. They had the big run on the previous play. That time they're able to take a shot. Everything they're dialing up right now is working beautifully.
The Huskies started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Snagged out of the air. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
When receivers are running slant routes against man coverage, sometimes you get open using speed, but sometimes it's pure physicality. This receiver does a great job using his hands, and then he's able to fight his way to the inside. At the end of the day, he just wanted that football more.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Makes the grab. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal.
Really nice play call there because the defense might have been thinking on third and short in the red zone. They're probably going to run the football instead. They throw it, catch him off guard, and now they've got first and goal.
Washington comes to the line with a first and goal. They want to run this quarterback. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. They lost ground on first down, now second and goal from the 5. Williams will pass. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play.
That's a heads-up decision by the quarterback there. You want to throw a touchdown, but if it's not there, just throw it away, and now we got third.
After a drive this long, a field goal would be a punch in the gut. It's third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And look at the quarterback, look at the players on offense. They're over looking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays, for so long. When you've done all that work, you want to capitalize and you want to score a touchdown. You don't want to be kicking a field goal at this point.
And it's no good. He missed it. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
And these are the ones that make me want to remove kickers from a game. I mean, this is a chip shot field goal. It should be an automatic 3. He misses. Wasted drive, wasted opportunity.
He'll take it himself. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
Loss of 4 on the play. Brings up second down.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Now backed up in their own end, it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Finds his man. It's Meredith. He stopped right at the 22, and that'll bring us to 4th down.
4th down coming up.
Washington State will have to boot it away. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Williams looking for a man. Going over the top. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Huskies. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. Bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Ellison. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
Yeah, this is simple pitch and catch. Quarterback and wide receiver have done this 4 million times in the offseason. He catches, waits for him to take a couple steps, boom, fires it right on his chest. They can complete this probably with their eyes closed. They've ran this route so many times together.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the grab on the shuffle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Looking for space. It's Coleman. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
That's a really good-looking run, too. And when you think back to Washington football, you talk a lot about the quarterbacks they've had in these great aerial assaults, but they've always needed to have balance as well. You get that by running the football, and this guy really helps keep defenses honest because they don't know what's coming at them. With a weapon like him in the backfield, he really makes this up.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back. You get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
And the Huskies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Williams will pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Moore. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. That's caught. It's Green. And he picks up enough for the first down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the first quarter. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air on first down. Fakes to grab. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Wants to go up top. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Washington. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And that's what I love about empty sets and formations on offense, is that when you spread the defense out, you create bigger lanes to throw into. You saw it right there.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards. And they finished things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Look at it this way. The field position is awful, but opportunity to pile up a lot of stats because there are a lot of yards in front of them. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Yeah, and Apple, the QB, calls his own number and all these options, obviously multiple plays. He decides to stick with it, get some positive yards, and now what's next off of that? What's my next read off of that? How am I going to mix things up and keep this defense off balance?
Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. The handoff to Johnson. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
This is an offense, guys, that really believes in physicality, and that's their identity. So running the ball on second down, no problem for them.
It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Ellison. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
He's brought down at the 31. Brings up second down.
The Cougars with a second and short to keep this drive moving. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Tries to slither forward on the sneak.
And let's not complicate this. It's worked before. The QB sneak continues to get first downs. Keep using it. Keep moving the chains.
Washington State has it all working right now. Tight end now in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Wide open downfield. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
That's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
Washington State going back to work on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Meriden. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom. I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
The Cougars in a good spot here with second and short. Off play action. Caught close to the marker. It's Meriden. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route. And then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Wants to throw again. Just a short pass to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Not the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now second down. Back to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And the QB has had a nice drive, and this offense has been throwing the football all over the yard. You want to stop that? Get pressure on him. Nice job getting to the quarterback, affecting him, and even better, getting him on the ground.
Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Runs through the tackle. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
I think a trait of a running back that you really look for is a guy that can bust tackles. Man, a guy that can make something out of nothing when it's not there, and just a really good job breaking the tackle, continuing to keep the play alive, and never quit.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run play action. Rushes on him, and the ball's out, and they're after it. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense very lucky to get that football back.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Williams looking for a man. Here's a heat. Finds his man. It's Boston. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Right back to the well. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. He'll pull it on the read. Nice move there. There he goes. Out of bounds at the 33, but not before the big pickup for the ground game.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Got the first down, looking for more. Finally out of bounds at the 21-yard line after the big run. When the Huskies are moving on the ground like this, you will bow down to Washington.
Yeah, and I tell you what, with all the rain they get out there in Washington, you better have a dependable ground game that you can go to and establish that tempo. Obviously, harder to throw the football in the rain, so dominant, physical trenches.
Off play action on first down. Snagged in the middle, it's Moore. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Hey, we're getting close to halftime, and it looks as if the big fella wants to be all over the highlights.
Goodness gracious, he is open. When he leaves the huddle, apparently he's open. A ton of catches already early in this ball game. They are featuring him and finding him.
And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Huskies! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd.
Set to kickoff.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Grabbed over the middle, it's Johnson. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
And the Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll run the sneak for it. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall there.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease, push somebody back, create some space. There was nowhere to go.
They boot it away on 4th down. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
The Huskies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Williams will pass. Fires one high and deep. Got it in stride at the 15. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12.
For the offense.
They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. On the run, it's Coleman. Breaks the tackle. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Huskies!
Touchdown, Washington.
Now you know why you do all of those squats, all of those deadlifts, extra time in the weight room.
No doubt. Get that lower body strength so you can just shed people off you. What a great job smelling the end zone and getting in.
Getting set for the point after.
On for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do know where to go, and the ball's loose. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls on the football.
The Cougars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air on 2nd down. Pulls it in. It's Meredith. And they bring him down quickly, but a good game there.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his tight end. They'll stop him at the 24, and that brings up 4th down.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Washington State sends out the punt unit.
On to kick it away.
Wants to return it. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Pulls it in. It's Green.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Williams looking for a man. Caught near the sticks. It's Boston. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a 1st down.
Good enough.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
Looking down the middle. Got his man downfield. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Everybody holds their breath when this guy has the ball. On defense now, you got to stop the bleeding because you're allowing one of the best at his position in the sport of college football. Now have back-to-back catches. You better be anticipating this offense going back to him again right here.
From the red zone, looking for a space. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Man, he was open. He had an opportunity. You just got to look that thing. A lot of times guys are catching it, and as they're catching it, you see their head start to turn to try to think about getting upfield, and they just lose that concentration for a second. A little missed opportunity there for this offense.
Wants to throw again. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Washington. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score came on an impressive run from the 20. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll give it to Johnson. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. The short hand, it's Johnson. Out across the 20, they'll mark him out of bounds right at the 21-yard line.
So it's 3rd and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this, we're still in the first half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap, you can take a sack. Punting the football at this stage of the game is okay.
Gets it to him on the screen. He's out past the 35. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of him.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. The offense will quickly use a timeout. The Cougars with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Ellison. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half.
You run the slant route day 1, and this is something that the quarterback and the wide receiver has done 100 million times out there on the field in the offseason. I see man-to-man coverage. I know I can run the slant. Boom, stick my foot in the ground, throw it, completion to my wide receiver.
At the 39-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
And the Cougars can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle, it's Meredith. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, in a rivalry filled with magical moments, even more here today between the Huskies and Cougars. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. A lot of intrigue with this second half still to come as we send things back to the Evergreen State.
Washington State ready to boot it away to start the third quarter. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
And the Huskies can really attack on this second and short. Running back searching for a hole. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on second down, and you see guys bleeding into the second level of the defense getting a hat-on-hat to go get that first.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Now improvising. At the 45 on his way. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
And how about it? It's not just the arm. We've seen that today where he's picked them apart, put up some yardage, put on some touchdowns. Also showing you he can do it with his puppies. Taking off, running, getting the first down. Nice scramble. He's shown you a little bit of everything today.
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Williams will pass. Pressure coming. And they get to the quarterback.
There's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last 2 plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
The Huskies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Grab behind the line. It's Boston. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. It'll be 3rd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Now adjusting. He's going to run it. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that first down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Got it behind the line. It's Johnson. What a cut. Now he's loose. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
I I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. The handoff to Johnson. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
That's a great play by the defense. They've got the lead by a lot here in the third quarter, and the offense is trying to run at them, and they just completely blew that thing up. Big tackle for loss. They've now put him in an obvious passing situation. Expect them to pin their ears back, try to get after the quarterback here.
2nd down, he'll throw it. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but, man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella and get the 6. Get the pick 6.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Complete to the right. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down. They've got it at the 40.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
From the gun, the ground game. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
It'd be interesting to watch this offense really down the stretch because they can't really have that balance, especially when they're going backwards. Like, they're down. They've got to put up some points, got to get some stops. I think this offense has to be aggressive, and I think it's going to have to be through the air.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Looking to take a shot. He's got it inside the 15. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
Well, if they're going to get back in this game, they need more plays like that. That was something that was missing in the first half. Explosive plays in the passing game, and they get one here, trailing early in the 3rd quarter. Let's see if these receivers can make more plays like that as this game goes on.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Under fire. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area we got to bow up. Nice job on 1st down stopping them. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Trying to find the end zone. Trying to get it in. Touchdown, Cougar! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
He'll try to tack on one more.
For the extra point.
And the extra point is good. They still trail 35-14.
That makes the score. Washington 35. Washington.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score.
Set to kick this one away.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drive. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
This defensive end is an animal. He already has 2 sacks, and we're only in the 3rd quarter. I'd move him around a little bit more defensively so that the offense has no idea where he's lining up. Because right now, man, he is feasting.
They gave up the sack on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 11. Williams looking for a man. Got it in the middle. It's Coleman. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked into what this defense is trying to do.
Leaves it with the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
When a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue in to him. He's priority number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's a good start to maybe turning this defensive effort around.
Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Got a man. It's Moore. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
That's a nice play on offense there. And how about the tight end getting out of his stance and working his way across the field, using his speed to clear the defense and make the catch.
And the Huskies lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down.
When you're a defensive lineman, you're trying to get underneath the offensive lineman as fast as possible, to dive in there and create like a pile in the backfield where the quarterback can't move his feet. Because you see the quarterback on QB sneaks, grabs the football and tries to just keep his feet moving and just try to get an inch or a yard, whatever it takes. But the defensive linemen have to do a good job of getting in the backfield.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. He'll work his way down to the 28. Productive pass offense for the Huskies, and they've had a long line of quarterbacks who've gone on to the pros.
Yeah, a lot of guys that you can think of. Warren Moon obviously was so dynamic, so good, but guys that were surgical, guys that read the defenses, made the decisions, made big plays. That's what the Husky fans want to see.
Washington coming to the line with another 1st down. Williams will pass. Skips away from pressure. Breaks into the open. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. And a really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the 1st down.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Complete on the shuffle. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Under fire. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
And finally, you're seeing some life from the defense. They've been struggling all game long up to this point, but back-to-back sacks on 2 consecutive plays, they're at least still trying to fight back in this game.
And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Right down the boulevard. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. They'll give it to Johnson. Turning it on! They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
The Cougars with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Out of the gun, the inside give. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
The Cougars come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete, and all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
He'll take it on the return. They make the stop, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So the offense keeps this drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the touchdown, Washington State. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. He's looking to pass. Makes the grab for the 2-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with that thrilling 46-yard run to pay dirt. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Handoff to the single running back. Fighting off the defender. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. That's It's caught. It's green. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Nice job by the wide receiver getting open on that slant route against man coverage. He fakes like he's going to the outside. He's able to create some separation, cross his face, and then secures the catch.
The Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Williams looking for a man. Caught near the sticks. It's green. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Nice move there. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Brings up 2nd down.
And the Huskies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Throwing right. He's got it. Gets away from one, finds room. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2 possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Past the 1st down marker and still running. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And that is why this guy is a true dual-threat quarterback. You've seen him all game, hurting them with his arm, already over 200 yards passing. And how about his running ability now? And flashing that on the option play. There's a variety of ways he can take the game over, and the defense is figuring that out fast.
Quickly complete. Hard-hitting tackle.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Rides the back and leaves it. Touchdown, Huskies! And the punishment has been extended. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. So a drive there of 82 yards, and they finished it off with the score from the 4.
Washington State, 22.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
Catch in the middle, it's Meredith. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. And And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons why, Reese. He's made good decisions, and he's been accurate throwing the football all game long.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I think at this point of the game now in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there. It didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out on the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires to the middle. Can't hang on. It's incomplete, and you can't worry about the footsteps when you're running those crossing routes. It'll be 3rd down.
Hey, it's just been frustrating to watch the inconsistency of this guy at QB, man. You've got to be able to stay in rhythm in an offense, to stay ahead of schedule. And he's had a moment, and he threw a touchdown pass, but more consistency, more finding the open guys, delivering it to them, and keeping this offense on schedule.
Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Complete out of the backfield. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On 4th down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver at tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
Washington State ready to go with another 1st down. Just keeps slinging it. Makes the grab. It's Ellison.
If you're going to attack and have success against man coverage, then you've got to have great timing between the quarterback and the wide receiver. Really nice rapport. You can tell these two have been spending a lot of time this offseason throwing to one another.
And the Cougars with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Trying play action. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
The Cougars really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact.
And I tell you what, why would you not do this? I love it. Short yardage situation, get your QB sneak. You've already got everything going. You got a few 1st downs. You got that momentum on your side. Just get the 1st down, get that new set of downs. Now, if you want to go attack now.
He'll keep it himself. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the 1st down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Ellison. He's brought down, but he's got enough to give Wazoo a 1st down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Wazoo headed to the line with another 1st down. Give to the back. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Brings up 2nd down.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. On the run, it's Voorhees. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Wazoo!
most of the time racing requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, you know, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Now the two-point conversion attempt is coming. The snap sets up to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Voorhees. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for two fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further.
Washington, 45. Washington State.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. One back in the backfield. He gets to carry. Squirts across the 30 to the 32. A pickup of 5.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got a lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Williams will pass. The short hands, it's Green. He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down.
Defense has stepped up. It's 4th down.
Washington sends out the punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Just needs a crack to get a return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive.
1st and 10.
Motion from the back. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Caught in the backfield, it's Ellison. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
He's brought down.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Incomplete.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. With the catch, it's Coleman. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
The Huskies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Caught in the backfield. It's Boston. There he goes. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end.
Touchdown, Washington! And the pummeling has started. If you want to know how to reach this guy, just send his mail to the end zone. That's where he lives.
He definitely is today. And I think the defense has to be getting a little sick and tired of the same guy beating them time and time again.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
For the extra point.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Set to kick off.
On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man.
Washington State Cougars.
Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Back to the ground game on the left. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
Brings up 2nd down.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clobbered.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Wants to go up top. Bringing the heat. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
This defense right now is pinning their ears back with a huge lead in the 4th quarter, and you're seeing that coming off the edge. They're not even respecting run because they don't have to. They know that this opponent is going to throw the football. They're taking wider splits. They're getting up the field. They're using their speed, and that time tracking the quarterback down for a big sack.
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Off the play fake on 1st down. Grab near the sticks. It's Boston. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Well, the offense just taking what the defense gives them there. There's a lot of cushion out in coverage, so that was just too easy for the quarterback. Spits it out, and they pick up the 1st.
And the Huskies can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Caught over the middle. It's Boston. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That 1st down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Snagged in the middle. It's Green. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Motion from the wideout. The play action fake. Grabbed behind the line. It's Green. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed. And if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They'll try to power their way ahead. Touchdown, Huskies! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the point after is good. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Now inside 4 minutes to go here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. They've got the screen set up. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. A strike downfield. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
And I love the quarterback's accuracy here. Hit him in stride, man. Hit him where he can catch the football and continue to run and do more damage after the catch like he did right there.
Washington State going back to work on 1st down. That's caught. It's Ellison.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
The Cougars can really attack on this 2nd and short. Quarterback on the keeper. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the 1st down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the 1st down marker is.
Washington State has it all working right now. Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Grabbed over the middle. It's Meriden. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a 1st down.
it's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions, and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
Catch in the middle, it's Marinette. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
And that's the advantage of being a big wide receiver, because now you're a big target. And on these slant routes, you don't have to run the perfect route, but you can use your size and your physicality to get the job done almost every time.
Wants to keep it in the air. Get it out on the screen. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
To the air on second down. Got it in the middle, it's Ellison. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Get you some of that. And with that completion, now he's over 400 yards on the day. That's a really, really good game for this quarterback. He's been almost flawless.
And the Cougars had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Unleashes to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Oh, and the offense just not able to come up with that. You knew that was going to be a bang-bang play, right? They're taking a shot into the end zone. That's going to have to meet a contested catch on the back end, but he wasn't able to come up with it because of the hit.
Third and long, and they can get the first down without scoring a touchdown. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll slide and avoid the big hit. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Really nice job by the defense that time. Third down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up fourth down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
And they cut into this lead a little bit, but, man, it's still a huge deficit. And they're going to need their defense to get a stop in this fourth quarter and get them the ball back quickly, still down by a good bit of points.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And he takes this from inside the 5. They stopped the return right there, and that will do it. This one is in the book. The Huskies had that dog in them in this one, taking down the Cougs for the Apple Cup and the Governor's Trophy. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.